Hello, welcome to episode 33 of KreamGetsStuff. Today I'm going to finish up the industrial area by building a dock and a ship. And I also want to make a pretty complicated machine that's going to help me get negative durability helmets. So, this machine's pretty complex, and I have no idea how to actually build it. But I know I need a skeleton spawner, or somehow I need to separate skeletons from creepers and zombies in my mob farm. And while that does sound more fun, I think it's probably better to just go find like a surface skeleton spawner. I think I have one in a desert somewhere near my wool pyramid. So I can just probably go there and find it. Um, yeah, I mean, we can get right into this really. There's not much else to be said. So, this is the design that I'm going to be using, and it works really well. But I don't know how exactly to build it, so I'm gonna have to kind of like reverse engineer it, because there's no like build tutorial. But I could try and give a quick rundown of how it works, to my understanding. So, there's a system up here which dispenses wooden swords onto the skeletons. If they pick it up, that'll switch the rails so they can go down, because they can pick up loot. If they can't pick up any loot, they go into this hole, which is just filled with lava, so that we get their stuff. And if they do have loot, obviously they go down here. That comes down here where we have a chest full of negative durability or zero durability helmets. I've just put these in to try and get like -3. This does stack, by the way, so I could technically go to negative like 36,706, whatever it is. Is it the 32-bit? No, it's the I don't know. It's something, some sort of limit. Anyway, so they get damaged by sunlight. So it actually has to be day for this. So maybe I'll look at like a daylight sensor and like some note block melody so I know when to sleep. But yeah, no, so they get pushed around, they get separated, and they go down here, get the helmet, take a bit of sunlight damage, they die, and the helmet gets dispensed over here into this sorting system. Whew. And you can see kind of like, you know, oh, there's a -3. Nice. So yeah, you can get like 0 durability, which is what we start with. You start with 0, you can go to -1, -2, -3. And these also have some weird properties, so if I duplicate this in creative, if we craft them together, the durability is kind of weird. It goes to 12. And I think if I go low enough, I can craft it into higher negative values. I'm not sure how it works, to be honest. It'll take me a while to get anything past like 3. Like, this is already like a lot of work. It's like, it's a very small chance that you actually get a helmet that works. Because a lot of them just come out as 0 or, you know, the same, but it does work. So, anyway, this is what I'm going to be building. I've measured out the dimensions of it here. And I think I should probably just go there. I've already set up a portal in my world, so, yeah, I think we're ready. Also, this is the skeleton spawner. Also, I forgot to mention, this is on the timeline of Doom, which is where I get all my, Unobtainables from. It's made by this guy called Slim Jim, who's very knowledgeable, and he's also really good at redstone, because he made this. Okay, there's a lot of stuff on that timeline, and if you ever want to try and do a world like mine, it's the easiest way by far to know what to do, because it's all laid out in, like, version by version, how to convert, how to do what, you know. So, I can't recommend it enough, and he spent countless hours putting it together. I know, because I've seen it slowly evolve over time. But, yeah, it doesn't even have Java as well. It has Java, Bedrock, it has Xbox 360, PS3. I think he's doing Pocket Edition, I'm not sure. Just, it's a great timeline. I'll have it linked in the description, if you want to go check it out. Okay, so I've dug this hole. It's very big. It was, I think, 3 pickaxes? I think it was 3, yeah. 3 work pickaxes. But we got a lot of stone. I think it goes down to Y24 off the top of my head. As far as I know, it should be big enough. There's the skeleton spawner that I found. Yeah, it's a pretty big hole. I mean, I don't know what to say. So, my first planet is just to get the skeleton spawner done itself, like the full spawner farm. Then I'm gonna get the first system done, which picks up the skeletons and checks for the can pick up loot tag. And then I'm just gonna kind of I'm just gonna do it in a few different steps, just so I can kind of like explain what's going on in each to the best of my ability. I mean, I'm not like an insane redstoner, you know. It's not my machine. I'll just do my best to try and break it down for people. Over here is actually the wool temple. I don't know how far over here, but I know it's over here. I think it's actually over this way. I wonder if I can load it. My game has been crashing a lot recently, actually, so I'm hoping that gets fixed when I switch to the vanilla launcher and I can use more than a single gigabyte of memory. Betacraft only uses 32-bit Java, so from what I know, I can only have up to a gigabyte. Oh, there's flaming arrows here. Yeah, here it is. There's the wool temple. So, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start building. Okay, so I've got the system working. Now, I did actually make a mistake, and I built this on the wrong axes. So, I don't know if it matters, but a lot of the time with, like, things that involve rails, it depends on which, like, cardinal direction you build in. So, like, this part faces south on the testing world, and I was building it in the east, so I don't know if that would affect any of the rails, so I thought just to be safe, I'd just dig out some area and build it this way. But this is the first part of the system. Now, obviously, the skeletons spawn in here, and they get dragged down. They're starting to bob up and down here, so a minecart is going to be dispensed from here. It's going to go through, and, okay, well, hard to explain, because I've never set up right. So, this block's here normally. This is going to bob back and forth until it picks up a skeleton, at which point this tripwire hook is going to be triggered. It's going to push it open, and that's going to go through, and then when it hits this, tag to rail, it closes the system back up. So that's the first part of this, and then the next part looks really hard. So I'm gonna try my best to understand it, but it looks a lot more complex than this, and this was already quite complex. Also, over here is like the on-off switch. There's a daylight sensor back there, which just kind of tells the system if it's there or not, and then that I can flick on and off to power it on and off. So that's just to make sure that it doesn't activate in the night when it shouldn't do, because this machine only works in the day. But it is looking cool so far, I gotta admit. And also the hole's pretty cool as well, so... Yeah, hopefully with enough luck it'll be fine and I can make this work. Yeah. Give me a second and I'll try and get this next part done. Okay, so, yeah, I've been working a bit. The second part's done. Now, obviously this is the first part where it just shoves it out of the way and gets the skeleton. This goes around, and as far as I know, this is the system with the wooden swords. So it dispenses a wooden sword over here. This hopper is locked until the skeleton passes through there. And at that point, if it picks up a sword, meaning the skeleton didn't pick it up, it goes down through here, gets hit on this comparator, and that flips the rail so that they go this way, which is going to be just a kill chamber. And if they have got the sword, it won't deactivate that, in which case they're going to go down this way, which will be the ones that can pick up the helmet. Now, I hope that made sense, because it makes sense in my mind, but I don't know if the explanation kind of translates well. So, anyway, this system's done. Should be fine now. I should do the drop sheets, I think, and the rest of the... I think the minecart system needs to go down there as well, and then I think that's it, really. I think that's the system done and I can AFK it. Okay, I've just been trying to get these helmets done, and I've discovered something really weird that I've never seen before. I can't even record it because it messes with my OBS, I think, or my OBS just isn't working properly. Oh my god. But... these cobblestone blocks are ghost blocks, so... I can go right through them. And looking mobs. I've never seen this before, and I just thought it was quite interesting. Yeah, I've just been getting the helmets down to 0 durability, but I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how to get rid of it either. Looks like it's every block as well. If I relog, I think it should fix itself. No? Really? Is it just this chunk, or is it like... It must be. That's interesting. If the recording's kind of choppy, by the way, it's because I'm using a different capture method, because it wouldn't show up properly. Do I have to reload my game? Is this like... Is it just this chunk? It must be. This chunk is just bugged. Oh, that's weird. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what to do about this. I guess I'll just keep it here and see if it disappears anytime, or if I can fix it. I don't know. Huh. Okay. So I've AFK'd the farm for a day cycle, which is like, what, 10 minutes maybe? And it looks like it's been working fine. I had to do a lot of troubleshooting, but helmets have been going out. I've been watching them kind of fall down here. And I have turned off this system for now. I think this is busted because I didn't flip that. But I think this should all just be in this chest, all the items. I can't make that jump either. Okay. So I'm gonna check this chest and I'm gonna pray to fucking hell. I'm gonna pray to God that there's stuff in here. There's stuff in the dropper. Nothing yet, okay. Okay, they're all 0 durability. Let's go! We got one! Oh my god, we actually got one. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Another one! Oh, come on. How many are there? Oh. How many are there? Okay, so we got 4 -1 durability helmets. I would try and go to like really high numbers, but it would take me ages. I might try and get to like -10 at most, but... Oh man, I can't believe that actually worked. Okay. I'm gonna put this in... I think I need to just put it in one of these, don't I? Yeah. And then I need another one. And I guess I can put a sword in that one. I think that's how it works in the test world as well. That's how it was laid out. I haven't done the sorting systems yet because I ran out of items. I think this is for bows. Yeah, this is the bow one. Oh, yeah, look at that. So this is also a good farm for dispensers. Which is a shame because it won't work after 1.6 to 1.7. I think it works in 1.8 though. So, I mean, we'll find out. Anyway, let's see if this works if I just flip this. Oh, yeah, there we go. Is that working? See, I don't know how these things work, because I don't think you're supposed to have them on subtract mode, but that's the only way they work for me in this world. So unless that changes later, then, I don't know. I need to make a chest. I'm gonna make a chest, put it down here next to this one. And I'm gonna stock it up with all these -1 durability helmets. Maybe I'll go for negative... I'll probably do the diamond one to higher numbers. So I guess I just have to run this a lot until I go through all of these. I need to recycle the helmets as well. I just locked out the item sorters for now, so they should all fall into here. Yeah. Right, okay. So I don't know what to do with the other armor as well. I think I just need to get rid of that. I need 64. Oh, I have enough to put in. Okay. Yeah, so I've been waffling a bit, but that's how the farm kind of works. I think I've explained it decently well. They get checked for if they can pick up loot with a wooden sword. They get dropped down this chute if they can. They get dispensed a 0 durability helmet, which you can make in these older versions just by taking damage. And the sunlight has, I think, like a 10% chance to damage it further, and then it gets picked up and it's -1. If not, it's usually just it's usually just 0 again. This just kills the normal ones, and that's for the bows that come out of the guys that pick up the wooden swords. Which I think just makes it so they don't lose durability as well. So they're all perfect for using, for dispensers, which is nice. Because I hate crafting dispensers. So, I mean, yeah, this works. I have these, what are these, 0 stacks? Negative stacks? I don't know. 128 stacks? The ones you can make more items out of. I don't know the technical terms. I've made them for all 5 helmets, just using the TNT and chest method, and I'm gonna do this for all of them, I think. So, yeah, I mean, it just gave me a while to AFK. I'm at the museum now, and I've done quite a bit of AFKing, but I'm glad to say we got one of each with -1, and then all these extra ones are -2. I didn't go to any more because I didn't feel like it was necessary. Just know that you can go to -32,676, I think, off the top of my head. Whatever the 16-bit limit is. Is it 16? Yeah, I think it's 16. Um, yeah, stuff is still doing well over here, though. I don't think anything's broken much. I think I've already covered this in one episode, but I know the quartz has appeared over here, in place of the fully smooth stone. And I think that's all that's changed over here, though. I did the second arch in the background of like a commentary, I think. So, yeah, no duration fireworks are still here. All the alpha leaves are in here. All these invalid items. Unless one of these has disappeared, I think they're all in there. All the nameless items, all the enchanted gear. I think, yeah, this place is coming along well. So, we're also going to go over to this section soon. But now I need to get onto the main thing, which is this whole section took me way longer than I wanted to with the helmet farm. So I need to actually get onto doing the ship and the dock and stuff because that was it's been like 2 weeks already since the last upload. Which it was a mixture of procrastination and the helmet farm being really troublesome to build. But yeah, no, let's get on with that, I suppose. Okay, so I've had these resources gathered for a long time now, like a long time. It was the first thing I did when I was preparing for this episode. So the dock's gonna go here, and I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do it yet. I'm just gonna kind of wing it, I think. And I'm gonna make a design that I'm happy with, and then there's gonna be a boat here as well. That's all I know. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything else. Oh, pathways, and I want to put some trucks in that little alcove beside the villager breeder, that little area there. Kind of just stuck there. And then I think that's all I want to do for this episode. So I'm probably just going to get straight into it by building the base of the dock. I'm not going to time-lapse anything, I don't think. Maybe I'll do the boat in a time-lapse, I'm not sure. But, I want to get at least the dock done here. And then I'll come back to you when I've got that done, because it's going to take me a while to just fill it in. It's going to be boring. There's enough time-lapses of me filling in spaces, so I think I'll just, for a change, just do it off camera and get it all done. Okay. So after a lot, and I mean a lot, of... I think it's been 17 days since the last clip. And that's a mixture of a lot of schoolwork, burnout, you know, playing other games just to get my kind of like motivation back up to play Minecraft. And, you know, over the past couple of weeks, I've been slowly working on this design. And I think it's in an acceptable position for like a small cargo dock kind of thing. So, things I need to know, this is going to come out further. And that's also going to come out further, I think. These cranes are going to be along here. These are also going to be replaced. These look like orange wool things. They're just for temporary use. This is the boat, and I really like it. I like the logo, KreamGetsStuff. I think that fits really well. Obviously, it's going to be packed with, you know, these little cargo crates, which... This crane might be the most 2013 looking thing I've built ever. But, I can't do much better, and I don't think it looks bad, necessarily, after a few renditions, so... You know, I'm happy with that. Under the water, I've got more of a, like, layered design, so it looks more reinforced. It's gonna look like this, except these are gonna be 7 blocks apart. And the whole thing's gonna be pretty huge. I mean, it's gonna be big. This is just a fence that's gonna go along so that it looks like it's separated. You know, I'm kind of working around what I have with this little, like, alcove and this little, coastline here. And also the fact that the factory's right here. I might make either an extension to the factory, or I'll just make an entrance here where trucks can kind of come in and out of, like it's being loaded. And I think with all that being said, this is, you know, this is my plan. This is what I've got going on. This is the lamp design I'm going to use for now. I'm eventually going to switch these to be nighttime detectors. So these lamps will actually come on at night and be off in the day, but that's 1.8. So until then, they're going to be on in the day and off in the night. Because I can't find a way to power them otherwise. And, I mean, I could use glowstone. you know, but well, it doesn't look that bad, actually. You know, if I replace this middle block with, like, ooh, what about a dropper facing downwards? Okay. Okay, I might have to go with that then. um, yeah, okay, well, either way, that's the land design I'm gonna use. And I think from there, though, I'm just gonna kind of improvise it. I'm gonna have, like, sort of like a mix of different types of stone bricks and stone across here. You know, kind of like these walls. Maybe a few cracked stone bricks where maybe crates have been dropped or, you know, it's been weathered a bit, but... also, this is going to be kind of like the corners. I wanted to use some more cracked and, like, mossy kind of cobblestone blocks, so, you know, if, like, maybe a ship slammed into the corner by accident or, like, something like that's happened and, you know, it's been damaged. But I think overall this is going to look really nice when it's all done. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge project. It's probably going to take me at least another couple of weeks to get it done, but I'm going to try and do a lot of it this weekend. It's currently Friday at 12:30, but I think I can probably at least get the base dock done and maybe part of the ship. Maybe the cranes, actually. They seem pretty easy, just, you know, repeated builds. Because I think I'm probably gonna have like 6 of them across the 3, or like 3 on each side. I think that'll work pretty well. And then I think, yeah, that's gonna be it. I mean, I don't really know how the cranes on these docks work. I assume it's like they kind of come here and then pick them up from there, but I'm not sure. I'm just kind of making up things at this point. I didn't do too much research, but I looked at some pictures. And this should be pretty decently accurate to like an actual ship. Obviously, it's very small compared to like an actual cargo shipyard. But I'm not building any bigger than this because this might be the biggest like building project I've ever done on this, like a single one that I've ever done on this world. I know the perimeter is bigger in terms of mass, but in terms of like time put into this, just like I spent 2 weeks trying to get a design for this that I like. And you know, I finally did it. So yeah, this clip's dragged on for a long time. So I'm just gonna get these dock areas done like that. I'm gonna get the base layout, kind of just put in my world, and then go from there. This has been a lot of repetitive building, but I have got the like dock area laid out. So it goes all the way down. I haven't skipped out on these walls. They all go down. Even the ones on the back end there, I just finished those. It's taken a lot of stone. I should probably add a ladder up here at some point. It has taken a lot of stone, a lot of time, a lot of patience. Um, but it took me a few days on and off, and it's done. At the bottom of each of these walls is moss stone because I think that makes the most sense. You know, a bit of it creeps up sometimes, but usually I just put the bottom 1 or 2 layers as moss, and then added some extra climbing up, and then just put in some stone bricks and stone blocks. There is one issue with this, and it's that area over there is a complete death trap because it's not in the mushroom biome. It's classed as ocean, so all the mobs are gonna spawn over there. And I just have to sleep before that happens. Maybe you can see. I don't know. Okay, yeah. I didn't mention this as well, but we're gonna change this bridge up here. I had a discussion with one of my friends, and we came up with a much better solution than this. It'll look more secure and it'll look more textured and detailed than cobblestone. The sugarcane farm's been running as well. I've got, I think, a double chest down here while I've been building. So yeah, this is definitely paying its dues. So I want to go over the plans that I have for what I'm going to do now, because I did do all of this off camera, no recording of this. Just because it would be a boring time lapse first off, and it's just so repetitive that it would take me a long time to record, and I can be bothered. But basically, there's gonna be, if I've done the maths right, I can fit 3 cranes on each side, which are gonna be the ones that load the cargo onto the ships. The ship is gonna be here. We're gonna have an area over here with extra warehouses, same with over there, because there's only one right now, and I think it will make sense to have a big area over here with, like, you know, warehouses and trucks, and then areas that we've just got piled crates up. I want to make it look like a dock and not just like a cargo yard and not just like a stone deck. So I want to add some lights in as well. This keeps happening, by the way, this lighting glitch, and I don't know how to fix it. So I just kind of live with it now. Um, yeah, so it's a lot of extra work, yeah. This is nowhere near done. But I thought I'd just get this down because then you can kind of visualize it. There's going to be the cranes sort of over here and over here. I'm going to have trucks coming up and down, maybe. I want to have some lights in the middle. You've seen the lamp design. The ship's going to be here. And I think I'm going to time-lapse the cranes and the ship. Maybe the warehouses too. I'm going to just time-lapse, I think, and see like how much I get done before I do like a little progress check. Probably just like the warehouses, the rest of the floor, the ship, and the cranes, because those are the big, big sort of builds. And then the truck design, I'm just going to use the one, it's not built over there yet, but there's going to be some over there as well. So it's going to be a big project. This is, it's been nearly 2 months since the last upload on my channel. So to anyone who has been waiting for this, I'm sorry that it's taken so long. But hopefully I can get this done in the next couple, I won't say couple weeks, probably the next week and a half is my time frame. Unless I grind this out over the weekend, in which case it'll be next week sometime. So, I just ran it to myself that, okay, I haven't recorded in a while. But yeah, that's the plan, so I'm just gonna kind of go into it, I think. So, yeah, it's looking really nice. I love the scale. Also, there's kind of an infestation down here. They kind of just wander off into the water and don't die in sunlight, so... that's a problem. That's really the only problem with this, is that it's built out in the ocean, so unlike in the Mushroom Island, mobs are gonna spawn here, so... But, that doesn't matter to me, because I don't have much reason to come over here. It's just a decorative piece. But I do really love the look of the cranes, especially when you get over here. Also, this lighting bug still persists, but it looks so good. I am gonna vary the cranes, like the actual latches, but that's mainly when I build the boat there. At first I was gonna have it on this side, but I think it'd be better to have it on this side, because I'm also gonna have the cranes here as well, going over to the other one. And I had a few other ideas, like some lamps. Obviously, I mentioned those, trucks, crates, just things to kind of populate the area a bit. Over here, I want to have a couple more warehouses kind of behind that one, and I also want to finish this sort of unfinished like overhang area, I guess. Just to there, like, so it's not as jarring. Like, I need to put something here, and I think that'll be a nice filler thing. The wall needs to go around there, and there's going to be some warehouses there as well. And I'm just gonna kind of wing it and hope that it looks okay, when I'm done with it all. But, yeah, I love these cranes, and I'm not sure if I want to take a break from building them, or if I'm not gonna time-lapse the three, I can tell you that now, because there is a lot of resource gathering that you don't see. Like me just sat in my sheep farm for like an hour. The one in the funhouse doesn't work anymore as well because the design broke in 1.5. So now I'm kind of just sat in my old one, dyeing sheep different colors until I have the wool. So another sheep farm, hopefully the last one, is in order for a future design. But I mean, yeah, this is it's so cool. Yeah, I'm really proud of this so far, and I think it's gonna come along well. I have to go on the beacon as well because I built it in the wrong spot and it wasn't the beam got stuck. But anyway, yeah. So I think now I'm either gonna do the ship or I'm gonna do the 3 other cranes. Probably the 3 cranes, but I need to get more wool. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm not gonna speak. I'm just gonna kind of let you look at this. Yeah, I love this. I love this a lot. I almost feel like having the ship here would ruin the look of it almost, but at the same time, I think I'd be better off doing a ship as well because then I'd actually be able to like it'd feel more alive with the ship. I feel like now it looks like a really big spectacle, but it does feel kind of empty and alone. You know, like it feels like I'm the only person that lives on this island. But that's gonna change hopefully when I add, you know, all the trucks and I add the lights and I add like these little bits of lore, I guess. Like maybe like a crate has been dropped from under the crane at one point and it's smashed up some of the stone down here. I'll put some cobblestone and cracked stone breaks in. You know, like we'll put some piled up crates and we'll have like I don't know, we'll have the warehouses full of random junk and I'll have the ship here with the logo on the side. And I just think it's going to be really nice. I mean, there is that part there where a ship is probably bashed into the side and it's just kind of crumbled a bit. I think it's noticeable from over here as well. Like you can tell that something's different over there, and I really like that subtlety to the design. But I'm gonna build the boat on this side, and I'm not gonna time lapse it because it's a really complex build and I haven't even fully figured it out yet. So I'm just gonna kind of do it like layer by layer. Like I'm gonna do the bottom sort of curvature with the black wool, then do all the orange wool on the sides, fill in the deck, you know, build all the stuff on top, put the logo on the side. And I'll just kind of show you and update you as I go along with like what I'm doing and my thought process behind it, I suppose. And then if I ever want to change anything, you know, I can always tear it down as well. The boat's not going to be like too huge of a build compared to all these cranes, so if I want to move it back or if I want to just get rid of it completely, I can. But I feel like it'd be a nice piece. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll just get started on that. I mean, I have all the wool. I've been farming for a long time, so. Okay, so I thought I'd just show this. I need to do some enchanting because my bow is about to break and this shovel's not gonna last what I need to do with it either. So I went to the trading hall. I brought some extra emeralds because I found some in my base that were laying around, but I brought some books. I don't have power 5, but over here I actually had two power 5 bows. And I think, yeah, there's some power 4s in here anyway. So I'm just gonna kind of put these all together. This needs unbreaking and flame, so I'm hoping I have enough. I think I should. I had 65 levels, I think. I need a bow name. Let me just give me a second to think. Okay. I I have a few ideas. But I think I think I think Boris Johnson is what I'm gonna go with. I think that's pretty good. And I brought a shovel as well. I guess we'll just call it something. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna break soon anyway. But I don't know. Oh, I can't name it. Okay, well we'll just go with that. I just thought I'd show that just so people don't wonder where Boris Johnson came from. Okay, I'm done with the hull of the boat, I think. I spent a while clearing it out with 4 stacks of sand, which, with the benefit of hindsight, I should have just ran and grabbed more because it took me a long time of filling up like 2 layers and then digging out one and filling it up with the next one. But it's done. And I think it's okay. From what I was seeing with like the reference images I pulled up, most cargo ships have like the bottom half be one color and the top half be another. So, given that my top half, I think I've already shown this already, but this is the testing world. Given that the top half is like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. I just kind of, okay, I didn't plan this out, so I just, this is completely free built. But I think it's about the same. It's probably like 7, if I had to guess. Um, but I think it looks pretty good. Also, they have this weird sort of like bulge at the front, which I'm assuming is like a counterweight or like some sort of buoyancy device. I don't know. I'm not a I'm not a nautical engineer, but I've made sure to get that in. So now I'm gonna do the sides, and then I have to figure out how I'm gonna make it so that like I'm gonna add all the details in. Like I have to add the I have to add the bridge at the top. I have to add the like a way onto the ship. I have to add an anchor. Which I have designed an anchor, but I need to figure out how to make it work underwater. So yeah, basically it's gonna take me a bit, but I'm gonna get the sidewalls done and then think about the rest later. So that's my next goal. I don't know why it looks so goofy to me. I did have to resculpt the entire bottom section, and I'm still not happy with it now because it was way too big. This is the problem with building half of it in a creative world and half of it just here. Now, it doesn't look too bad. I added the back rudder. I'm going to be honest, if you look at this out of water, it's pretty bad. I didn't put much effort in, but my justification is that it's under the water. You know, the chances of me being under here, like close enough for you to actually see all the detail is very slim. Like, there's not many scenarios unless I'm really showing it off. But it's kind of just flat at the bottom. Like, I didn't curve it much. I just kind of flattened it out. I just basically sanded off the bottom and shaved the sides a bit. My least favorite part. I don't mind it, aside from that part at the front. I feel like it looks a bit weird, but that's just kind of how the cargo ships are, I guess. I'm mixing two different types of cargo ships here as well, because I have two different references, but overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'll be a lot happier with it when I get like the bridge on and the crates and like all the decorations are on the side and stuff. Because right now it looks kind of bare. I mean, it definitely looks like it would float. It has that ship vibe, you know. It has the I still don't know what it is. I'm not gonna bother learning what it is. I'm just gonna call it the buoyancy device at the front, because I'm assuming that's what it's for. But now you may be wondering what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna do all the trimming around the sides. There's gonna be a lot of trapdoors and nether brick, nether brick, yeah, around it. You can kind of see there the rudder. I didn't bother covering it up, but you can see I kind of just flattened it here, and pulled it in, and then I pulled in the sides just a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the deck in, made out of spruce, and I'm gonna load it up basically. I'm not gonna do the top yet. I'm just gonna do the deck. I'm gonna figure out a boarding system, and I'm gonna, you know, put the bridge on and the crates in the next section, I think. I also like cream stuff. I thought that was pretty funny for a boat. Okay. Ow. This is this is what I've got. It's kind of got ruined by that skeleton, but I'm proud of this. I think it's a pretty fun looking build. I added a bit more to that front section. I obviously added all the trim around the side, and I think it finally looks like a cargo ship. Like, it looks like, you know, it looks like I wanted it to, and that's what I'm happy with. You know, I kind of freestyle a lot of the especially the back section of that tower, but now the ship has a bridge. I did move it from where it was on the original. I think it looks better. I think it'll probably look better when I put all the crates on, which is why my inventory's full of wool colors. Because I'm just going to kind of fill the boat with a bunch of crates, and I'm going to put some extra ones on the cranes. And then I think honestly after that, I'm gonna have to do the roads. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to do the roads over there. I'm gonna have to do all the lamps, the warehouses, and I think that's it then. You know, add a bit of just like extra stuff around here, just to make it feel more alive. And I think, oh, did I mention trucks? I don't know. I'm gonna add some trucks as well. But I think apart from that, this area is probably going to be complete when I'm done with that. So I'll probably just do that maybe, in a couple little clips. It's not going to be anything like too insane. I'll show off the trucks because they're going to be new. I still have to fill in this deck as well. Actually, I just remembered. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'll fill in the deck and I'll put the crates on. We'll see how it looks, and then I'll get onto the warehouses, filling in this extra area, and putting some lamps and some trucks and stuff in. There it is. Yeah. I don't know what to say because I really like it. I did run out of wool for a lot. In fact, I think one of them crates has a little hole in the side. They're not all solid as well. They're basically just like hollow, empty boxes. I did make this quick boarding ramp. It looks terrible, to be honest. But at this point, like, I was looking up like how they board cargo ships for so long, and I couldn't really find much. So I've just made this little boarding ramp. Now, you may notice that these crates are smaller than these ones. They're actually 7 by 3 by 3. These are 4 by, I think, 8 by 3? That sounds about right. Yeah, I think 4 by 8 by 3. And that's because I had to shrink them down to actually fit them on. And also the trapdoors just, they didn't look good when I did those. So, I think now what I said previously was I was going to do the warehouses and the trucks and stuff. So I think honestly getting all that done in one is probably the best idea because from what I know and how long this episode has taken, it's probably dragged out quite a bit by now. And the trucks are going to take me a while to copy over, doing all the roads, just making it look more connected. So all I really have to do is lay down more of this flooring over here. Build some warehouses, build the like fence around, build some more over there, put some trucks and some lights and maybe some crates around, and then I think the place is finally done. It's been a big project, but I'm really happy to finally finish it. Okay, I'm. I think I'm done with this episode. It might seem abrupt, but I've put so much time into this episode that I'm kind of sick of it. I want to do something else. I will come back to this project some other time, probably when I do something else over here. And it's mainly just that area over there, and he's, kind of connecting into the main area. And, like, I need to do the paths, obviously. I did change the bridge up there. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. It's been weeks and weeks. But I've got the lights in. I really like the look of the lights, especially, like, when it's dark. One day I will have daylight sensors on there, or nighttime sensors, whatever. But they don't come into 1.8. I have the smaller versions of this warehouse, which I think honestly look way better than that one, purely because they actually fit the scale. But then again, that one's probably pretty decent as well. There was a lot. Okay, there was a lot of quartz here, and I found out that quartz mining is very soothing. Um, so if you're ever in need of a relaxing activity, try quartz mining on Minecraft. I've also got these two trucks here, which are by far the most detailed part of this whole area, and that's just because they're very small scale. I spent a lot of time looking at pictures and references. I did find like a design very similar to this that I based this off of, but I can't remember for the life of me the guy's name. So, yeah, if I remember, I'll put it in, but it's been probably over a month. So at this point, yeah, I don't know. But thank you to that anonymous person for giving me that trick design that I modified and turned into these ones. They're obviously empty, but that can always change. But yeah, I love the look of them. And I love the look of these lights. I love the look of this whole place. I think it's really been, it's been a huge project by far, yeah, obviously, but I think it looks really nice. And it's just, oh, it's good. It is still a mob trap though, because the lights don't cover everything. Okay, so thank you for watching. It's been a very long episode from what I can tell, with all the footage that I've recorded. I haven't edited any of this yet, which I probably should have done for sort of a reference, but if I had to guess, it would be anywhere within the realm of 30 to 35 minutes if I can get it, quite nice. Maybe I can cut it down more, I'm not sure, but I mean, just like look around at like all the stuff that we've done. And I think you'll find that like it's a lot. It is a lot, for me as a single person who has a life, outside of Minecraft, uh, be it schoolwork or work. you know, it's a hard project, but I'm very proud of everything that I've built here. Like I love this place. I think I'm gonna come here a lot just to admire it because it just brings life to the place. And that was my goal with this build. You know, it serves no function whatsoever. But it makes the place seem very alive. Like it seems like, you know, maybe it's not just me in this world. You know, there's trucks, there's farms, there's ships. I plan to build another ship out in the distance one day. Um, and I think it just brings the whole place to life. And it makes it feel a bit less lonely. But with all that being said, thank you for watching this episode of KreamGetsStuff. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all happy. And I'll see you in the next one.